Welcome to the Explainer. You know those epic digital worlds you see in games and films? Ever wonder how they're made? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain to show you exactly how they're brought to life, piece by piece, layer by layer. It's this incredible journey, right? From just a blank screen to a universe that feels completely real. And it all has to start somewhere, on a digital canvas. Okay, so to build a world from absolute scratch, creators need a toolbox, and that's where a game engine comes in. Think of it as this incredibly powerful suite of tools for crafting those immersive 3D experiences we all love. What we're looking at here is the Unreal Engine. And inside this engine, every single thing you place in a scene, or what they call a level, has a name. It's called an actor. Okay, so our digital canvas is ready to go. What's next? Well, now it's time to paint the broad strokes to really build out the foundation of our world. First things first, creators have to sculpt the landscape. This is literally the ground, the earth of their world. And depending on the story they want to tell, this could be a huge, epic mountain range that feels super imposing. Or maybe it's a vast, empty desert that's all about making you feel isolated. After that, they bring in what's called a directional light. This basically acts as the sun or the moon. It defines where all the light and shadows fall. And just like that, you've instantly set a mood. You can go from the warmth of a brand new day to the cool, mysterious glow of moonlight. Then, to make it all feel real, a sky atmosphere component gets wrapped around the entire world. It's what simulates how that sunlight scatters. It's the reason you can have a clear, hopeful blue sky or a really dramatic, fiery sunset. It's all about that light. But a convincing atmosphere isn't just about the sky. It's about what's hanging in the air itself. And for that, you need another layer of detail. You need fog. And this is where things get really interesting, because it's all about creative choices. Look at this. Are you trying to create a sense of mystery, maybe even danger, with that dense, localized fog hugging the ground? Or are you going for something huge, something with a grand sense of scale, using that atmospheric haze? This really just spells it out, doesn't it? The tool you pick totally depends on the story you're trying to tell. If you want a foggy forest that feels claustrophobic and kind of creepy, you go one way. But for a vast, open world that feels absolutely limitless, you need a different approach. And believe it or not, the exact same idea applies to how you render the light itself. It forces a choice. Do you need a real-time system like Lumen, which is perfect for games where performance is key? Or do you need that ultra-realistic path tracing that you see in big-budget cinematics? So, the world is built, the foundation is there. Now, it's time to add the magic. And here's the secret. Spectacular visual effects, they're almost always built in layers. Just take a look at this glowing eyes effect. It's not just one simple filter you slap on. No way. It's a whole sequence. You've got to track the eye movement, create a mask, then layer on multiple glows, and finally add those subtle rays and a little bit of flicker to make it feel alive. This whole idea of layering, it's pretty much universal. Let's see how it works with something even more complex, like this arcane beam effect. And it all starts with something surprisingly simple, just a patterned ring on the ground. Okay, so from that ring, you add a powerful central beam. And notice even the beam itself is layered. It's got this super bright inner core that gives it all that intensity and depth. And for the grand finale, you add more layers. You get swirling glyphs, ambient particles floating around, and all of this comes together to complete the spell. It's how you turn a few simple shapes into something that looks genuinely magical. But, bringing all this magic to life, it isn't just about these big, grand creative moments. So much of it comes down to the unseen workflow. It's this constant mix of trying to work fast and just everyday problem solving. I mean, the pros, they use hundreds of keyboard shortcuts. It's how they can manipulate their digital worlds at pretty much the speed of thought. It's all about efficiency. But then you hit a wall. It's inevitable, right? Even the fastest, most efficient workflow can grind to a complete halt when you're hit with a cryptic error message like this. The thing is, though, for every problem, there is a solution. In a case like this, it's often just a few clicks away. You might just need to reassign a missing object, get it back on its track, and you're good to go. Okay, so our world is built, the magic is in place, but there is one final, absolutely crucial layer that we cannot forget, and that is sound. Music really is the emotional layer. A track with a description like this, it's not just a song, it's a tool. It's specifically designed from the ground up to make you feel something specific. Epic, dramatic, tense. These are the intended moods. This is the emotional texture that can take a cool visual scene and transform it into a truly cinematic experience. So the next time you jump into a game or get totally lost in a movie, I want you to look a little closer. Think about all these layers. What unseen bits of art and engineering can you spot now?